Anderson to kick off.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now a carry for Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Is good. Makes the score Colts 7, 49ers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Vick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's Vick following the interception. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
It's a play fake. Now Vick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice.
Incomplete.
3rd down here.
Brings up
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
the 7-yard line.
Once again with Sanders. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Vick. Dancing to his left. He'll run it, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Colts 7, 49ers 6.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Vick. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marvin Harrison, 65 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from the wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A first down throw coming for Vick. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Vick. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
47-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Operating from the gun, Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He was covered.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Vick. Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Over first and 10.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
7-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. First down, Vick. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On second down, it's Bush. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
By Rod Woodson. Brings up third down.
Third and long for Vick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by the safety, Taylor Mays. 20. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Having awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
Different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On first down, Vick Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
As we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season. But, CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night. And then you got Buffalo, KC moved from Thursday to Monday to account for Buffalo playing on Tuesday in Week 5.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and start.
It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Vic to the air again. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. It'll be Vic once more. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Vic. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll go again with Bush. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Set him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try to throw it here. Vick being chased out left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
A 30-yard attempt.
Anderson's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Off the play fake, Vick. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A 2nd down throw for Vick. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
He's tackled.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marvin Harrison, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts add on to their lead.
So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Vick tried to get it to Rice, but incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 52, 52.
On 2nd down now, it's Bush. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.